How's it going, guys?
What's up, y'all?
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Episode 7. It's
Indeed.
7, y'all. It's the perfect number. It's
A New Hope.
It's God's number. A
God's
New
not-
Hope.
Oh no,
That's
that was
the Force Awakens, man.
Yeah.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back, y'all.
I'm really happy to see you guys are tuning in again. We have a great show for you. As per usual, we have Anthony with us.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Ready to talk some movies? There's some really cool stuff on movie news today, so stay tuned.
It's awesome. And Daniel.
What's
Daniel's
up, guys? Let's get into it. I'm excited for a lot of the news that we have for you guys.
Yeah. Yep. So we're gonna go ahead and start a few different segments today. So it's gonna be a little bit different today, yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna go ahead and start off as per usual with Out of the Box.
Yes, Out of the Box, guys. If you don't know what that is, we're talking about the top 3 movies that are grossing in the theaters right now. And looking at number 1, we do have Good Boys, so it did make its way. It's projecting to be on the top. We'll review that later. And then number 2 is projecting to be Angry Birds 2. I know I'm taking my son to see that movie today.
Angry Birds 2? I didn't even know that.
Angry Birds 2 is out. And then number 3 is Hobbs and Shaw. So Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. So it dropped down significantly from number 1 to number 3 from Good Boys and behind Angry Birds 2. I find that funny that Angry Birds is just out projecting it, so that looks funny. I mean, maybe we're outnumbered probably by
it's
kids.
On its 3rd week, right?
Yeah, that's true. It is on its 3rd week.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my takeaway from here, I know we're focusing on the top 3, but to see how Toy Story, that was holding up really well, dropped all the way down to number 13. So to me, that's like,
wow,
that's a huge drop off, man.
That was a big drop off.
So
a lot of kids, a lot of
but it's been out
movies.
already again. For
but
like,
I
how
still
long?
haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So there's probably plenty of
9
people.
weeks.
Dang,
This is
Wow,
9
9
weeks.
weeks.
Man.
So how much
Okay.
did Good Boys make?
It's projecting at
16
16 million.
So 16 million. Okay.
16 million. Angry Birds
16?
2, 1.6. And then Angry Birds 2 is projecting 14.
Oh.
And then Hobbs and Shaw is looking to be around 12.8. So, yeah, not too bad. Ishmael, what's your takeaway?
I just love that Good Boys is up there, man. Number 1, it's taking on the box office, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving that it's there. It's rated R. It's like a kind of a new feel to the whole genre, like the rated R comedy genre. You don't see a bunch of kids like on a movie cursing and doing ungodly things,
Rat stuff with their friends.
hood rat stuff with their friends. So that's pretty cool. I'm just loving that. What about you, man?
So Good Boys did what, 16 million? You said?
Yeah, 16 million. Yeah.
It did a little lower than I thought. This movie is rated R, so obviously because it's rated R, you don't get a lot of the audiences that you would if it would be a PG-13. But the movie doing 16 million still was a little low for me for being, for having Seth Rogen,
Like
affiliated
producing-
with it.
yeah, I think he was a producer.
Yeah, and just the amount of money that they spent on the promotion marketing for it was pretty good. So 16 million, I don't know if it's actually, it might have made its money back because it doesn't look like it was a very big budgeted movie.
Yeah, it was
either.
like a bunch of unknown
Right.
actors.
And Angry Birds 1, dude, I remember seeing little pieces of it. I really liked it, actually, the first one.
I did, yeah.
But I didn't know that it was in theaters, the second one, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't know either, to be honest.
And Hobbs and Shaw. Hobbs and Shaw is making good money. This is the best. This is the best example when you have someone like The Rock that's starring in a movie and people just continue to go watch it because he's that big of a draw. And so
He really is.
That's what I think.
Insane.
Yeah. Great. All right. So we're going to go ahead and on to the next, which is a brand new segment that we're going to have is Hot Top. It's a breakdown of like the top news of the week. We're going to be talking about different news topics.
Hot tops.
And we'll let you know. We'll let you know our thoughts on each one of them.
That was Daniel's idea.
It's the official theme for the segment.
Yeah, it'll sound better. So the first one is Birds of Prey, the movie. It's a spin-off from Suicide Squad. It actually is tapping into John Wick director to do a brand new action scene. So Anthony, what are your thoughts on that, buddy?
Okay, you guys, I don't know if you guys know, and some of you know me. I love Margot Robbie. I think not only because she's gorgeous, obviously she's a gorgeous woman, but she is an amazing actress, and you know, you guys can see that in actually the best example of that is her movie Tanya. Tanya.
Oh yeah,
she was just amazing in that, but really good on everything else.
She's an A-lister now.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, Wolf of Wall Street, everything. My God, she was just amazing. Even the acting parts, it was just really great. As far as Chad Stahelski is concerned, the director, I mean, I am just that much more excited for it. You know, you're gonna get the action scene. If you guys are big, I'm a big John Wick fan. You know, I love and not just because of the character, but because of the cinematography that's involved in making those kind of movies, the shot by shot and the way they paced it and the way even the angle, the cameras, he's going to bring so much depth to Birds of Prey. I can't wait. Oh my God. And then the people that, you know, they're going to be using for, I'll let you guys talk a bit more about that. I'm excited, guys. Birds of Prey. I'm excited.
Yeah. So I'm really excited for this movie. It's, you know, I liked this is going to be, I think, the 8th installment or the 8th film in the DCU extended universe. Yeah, so it's going to be the 8th film. So hopefully, you know, they have some good traction going with other movies that they're doing. So hopefully, it just is another home run for them. I'm excited, man. Look, as a comic book fan, I'm not just a Marvel fanboy just by heart, but I want all. It's kind of like how
do you ever hate on
Kevin
DC?
Feige said, no. If it's a bad movie, yes. But like Kevin Feige said, as a fan, as a nerd, I want all comic movies to be awesome. And this is actually going to be taking place. So I don't know if you guys know the premise of it. So the premise of it is pretty much like it's in a time where Batman has actually just disappeared completely. He's off the grid. So, you know, kind of Gotham is up for grabs right now. Yeah. So Gotham is up for grabs, and it's basically like a bunch of crime lords just fighting each other. And so, you know, obviously Harley Quinn is crazy. Yeah. She leaves. I think they're going to be picking up from what she's like leaving Joker's side right now. So she's kind of just doing her own thing. So she's not just tied down anymore by Joker. So she's going to, I don't know if she's going to be her own crime boss or what she's going to be doing. But I was looking at the cast, and I'm excited just to see one name in there. And that's Ewan McGregor as Black Mask. So I was like, heck yeah.
Really? He's the villain.
He's the villain. Yeah, he's a villain.
Really? Yeah. I didn't read that.
Ewan McGregor is going to be the main villain. If you've ever seen Black Mask, he's actually a dude with the black mask.
Oh my God, dude.
With a white suit, but he's like a crime lord.
I know I'm nerding out. I just realized that I'm on camera. Yeah. But yeah.
You think when he like finally shows up like in a dark alley, like, well, hello there.
Well, hello. Oh my God, bro. That just gave me goosebumps right now, bro. Oh God.
I don't know if I can see him as like a.
I can't.
I love him so much.
I love him so much, dude. And if he's gonna wear a mask and his voice and the way that he's just dude, with John Wick direct.
Yeah. I wonder if it might be comical though, like to a sense, because he's always been comical. Like in his,
he doesn't have.
I'm sure he'll throw in some cool little.
Yeah, I mean it's DC. Like, you know, we'll try anything. Just kidding. Shut up. There I go right there first shot.
Hey, I'm a DC lover, so I enjoyed Suicide Squad. I know a lot of people didn't. They think it's crap in a film, but I think it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of great moments from that film that I adored. So, with that being said, though, I am so pumped to see the John Wick director direct an action scene.
Yeah, heck yeah.
So think about John Wick 3, right, and what they did with the GunFu, and just add DC characters to it. Boom!
Oh my God, dude.
Well,
he just said, "Well,
Harley Quinn used oversized comical." Sledgehammer.
Yeah. Imagine like a sledge foo. You know, like kung fu with the sledgehammer, dude. Oh man, I cannot wait to see that. It's gonna blow my mind.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I can't wait. And it's been a hit and miss with DC. Yes, but right now they're on a good track record. The last few films. So I mean,
Shazam was solid.
Shazam was great. You know, Aquaman and
Aquaman was
all
solid.
these other films that came out. Man, I'm extremely excited about this. So
yeah.
DC. Well, you're saying right now that it's gonna be this right here, Ewan McGregor. They're gonna. Do you think that there's gonna be like Suicide Squad characters coming in?
Yeah, they will.
Black Canary is in there again.
Black Canary.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying from the actual
the
franchise
Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, Black Canary was one of them. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
And then there was another one.
So no Will Smith.
Boomerang. Captain Boomerang is gonna be there.
I don't remember his name.
Courtney.
Yeah, Jack Courtney. There you go,
he's
dude.
gonna be back.
It's gonna be cool. I love his character
Dude,
too,
he's so
dude. He's the one that has the little,
the pink unicorn.
Yeah, the unicorn.
Unicorn.
I love it. So no Will Smith then, huh?
I don't think so. No, there's no reports on that. I don't think he's coming back to the franchise.
Will Smith kind of looks fat right now too. I see him on his Instagram. I'm like, he is not coming out of no Suicide Squad. And pray.
I'm talking crap about Will Smith.
Sorry, Will. I
How
love
dare
you.
you.
Though. I love you. Though.
Their refs are gonna come after us now.
I love Will Smith, man. Get jiggy with it.
¿Tú conoces Will Smith? Or Dr. Dolittle?
Yeah. Anyway, so talking about Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
There's a huge news, and I know that this is not movie related news, but and my saying is that the small screen is the new big screen. To be honest with you, and YouTube
I like
is
it. Coined by Ishmael.
Small screen.
I like that.
Yeah. So the new Disney Plus series is about to hit home in a few years, but the rumor is that Ewan McGregor is coming back as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yes. And yeah. I can't. I'm gonna start this off because I can't hold myself.
Go ahead.
So
Show the people why. I'm just kidding. It's on your arm, I think.
So we have the best character from the prequel trilogy of Star Wars, Episode 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably the best character from that series.
To me, he's
that
the best,
trilogy.
One of the best actors.
One of the best actors in the whole franchise of Star Wars, coming back as Obi-Wan, as like the character that we all saw in Episode 4, the guy that trained Luke as a young Padawan, coming back, man. Like this whole story, there was tons of rumors about this story back in February. Actually, if Star Wars News.net actually reported this back in February.
Oh, okay.
But no one really took them serious. But they're super credible. They've broken many news stories before.
Wasn't there like a time where it looked like it got shelved for a while?
Yeah. So what the rumor was before, like a year or two ago, well, actually 2 years ago, that the movie, it was going to be a movie. Released into like, film and stuff like that, theaters.
Yeah.
But because of the whole thing that has been going on with Disney and Lucasfilm about Solo not really hitting the mark and them really being worried about that, I think they're looking at Disney Plus as a way to really shoot those, one-off anthology films, right? And now that they have what do they have? They have what's the other two? Oh no, the Mandalorian, right? It's going to come out this year, actually.
The Boba Fett one.
Yeah, it's like a Boba Fett. It's actually a bounty hunter one, right? He's a bounty hunter.
That's going to be so
tight, it looks so amazing. And then they also have Cassian Andor, which is Diego Luna's character in Rogue One.
Oh, no
He's going to
way.
have a whole series by himself. Yeah.
That's cool.
So now it's reported, this is not confirmed by the way, but it's pretty much confirmed that Ewan McGregor is going to be Obi-Wan now. And it's going to be a time during Episode 3 and Episode 4. Yeah. So
from episode The Revenge of the Sith to New Hope?
Yep. So if you remember Revenge of the Sith, he comes out dropping off Luke at
dropping with
Tatooine.
with the king or whatever, with Leia, and then to the uncle and aunt Luke. I remember that.
So he's gonna be, that's gonna be a whole story. There's comic books about this.
So what kind of things can they get into in that time frame? If like what I'm not like what are the kind of more interesting.
So the understanding of when you meet Obi-Wan for the first time, old Ben Kenobi is really his name in Episode 4. That he's a hermit. Like he just left everything and he just started taking care of Luke when he was a baby. So he's been on Tatooine for all these years, for decades, pretty much. And he's grown older and stuff like that. So the story, it seems like, is going to be about his time there. But dude, like this guy, he's a Jedi. There's tons of like instances in comics that they try to get Luke, or they try to find. There's like a Force presence in Tatooine. So old Ben is responsible for taking care of him because in his mind, Luke is the chosen one. So he has to take care of him. And it's all a bunch of stories.
Dang it, Disney Plus, man.
You could bring back Darth Maul. Because,
I was about to say, I was about to ask that.
Yeah, go for it.
No, so in Star Wars Rebels, right? That episode, he's already been on Tatooine, and
yes.
Luke is already established as
Yeah,
born.
and the cool thing about that episode is that you kind of have a sense that this hasn't been their last time meeting, like since episode 1, right? Where they
well,
they
but then
fought.
it doesn't he like?
He does.
Yeah,
He does.
okay.
That's like when they first met, but it sounds
okay.
like they had multiple encounters.
I mean, he's come back once already.
at least
Twice, right? Twice.
Yeah. No. Well, you know, once.
Robot, and then
No, it's Solo,
right? Solo.
in Solo, but that's
Yeah.
after.
I'm sorry,
the
spoilers.
return. Yeah, after the return, after his
Oh, that's
original.
right. Solo. Yeah.
Yeah. So Darth Maul's
Well,
history is
timeline
little-
wise, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but
For sure.
is Solo before the Rebels episode?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Right.
So
This is
Rebels
our
episode-
Star Wars expert here
Yeah.
on our panel.
Oh yeah, I love Star Wars. I know you guys saw Instagram posts about me, and you guys know that I'm a Star Wars freak.
Follow him at Darthish.
Darthish 86.
The fact that
Darthish
you
86.
said, for me at least, is that now I can see what the episodes on Disney Plus are going to be about. It's going to be Obi-Wan taking care of Luke, and whatever else he does to the timeline that creates any future events. And oh my god, you guys,
So-
I am so pumped up for this.
Think about this though, because I know there's legends now, right?
Yeah.
So that
Uh-huh.
means it's not canon technically.
Right.
But think about the stuff that they can write for that. So what we always wanted as fans, we wanted to see Darth Vader get down the way he got down at
Right.
the end of Rogue One.
Oh my god!
So
yes,
now there
dude.
might be more encounters, or what if
Yeah.
there's things like that? Like I think they're gonna retcon to a degree
It would be
the
very
aging,
cool.
the aging of Ewan McGregor's
yeah, they
character. Like they have to, because he's obviously looks younger.
they have the-
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
but it's
remember the
Disney.
fine.
It's
original
Everyone
Disney.
will be fine
It's
with
Disney,
that.
dude. They're gonna
Yeah,
give
yeah.
him all the money
They
in the
just
world.
But
want
we
Ewan
still
McGregor.
want to see.
Yes.
Yeah, they just want Ewan McGregor.
He was
so
the-
we're still gonna see like a younger actor, like physically younger actor, being able to.
So we're gonna
to be
see
able to
Darth
fight
Vader and everything,
It's
dude.
possible, man. It's
I would love to
definitely
see
a
that.
possibility, though.
that Darth Maul fight in.
I have to
The
like
big
really
screen.
like look into how the conversation they had on episode 4 would that conflict and like retconning.
Oh, that
things?
would kind of retcon
But-
things. Yeah.
I don't maybe not because he said like the last time I left you I was but a Padawan, right, or something like that. he
Something.
said?
Yeah.
Then maybe it would. I don't think Vader would.
But they
show
could still
up.
send like Inquisitors or just
But
Force.
yes, Inquisitors.
Like,
So
you know,
Inquisitors are like
assassins.
are Sith apprentices or like Sith assassins, pretty much. They're not Sith like the Emperor or like Vader, but they are trained by Vader, and they
Oh,
send out
I didn't know
to
that.
kill Jedi.
So the one where the Diego Luna character series that
Rogue
might
One?
be able to like see Vader in that way that you were saying.
Yes,
In that.
most definitely. Yeah, because Cassian in that film,
Yeah.
he knows it's something.
And dude, there's no
something
way that
about
they're
it,
not gonna
Connie.
like link something in the shows that they have
Yeah.
on Disney Plus that they
Yeah.
make them kind of link
Yeah.
some kind of little
I think
way.
They're doing
Darth
it with
Maul-
Marvel. They probably will. probably
Honestly,
do it
I
with
think
these
Darth
guys.
Maul is going to be the one that's going to show up on these shows.
That
to be
is
honest,
true.
because
Okay.
he's alive
Oh, yeah.
until the very like right before New Hope actually begins
Yeah.
the story.
Why Darth Maul
Darth
though,
Maul
dude?
is
Out
around.
of a lot of other ones that could maybe
There's reasons why in the canon, which I'm not going to go super nerdy
Right,
on
right,
it,
right,
but
yeah.
but like in the Clone Wars, the animated series, which is canon,
Uh-huh.
Trying to rival.
they bring it back. No,
Oh.
Clone Wars.
Clone
yeah,
Wars, yeah.
they bring them back, and like they have a whole arc, dude. It is some amazing storytelling, and he's back, and then so he gets beaten by Palpatine. He gets like roughed up and like he
Embarrassed.
embarrassed,
That's the best
embarrassed,
word.
Really?
embarrassed. It's amazing.
Such a good episode.
But then they like he escapes and stuff like that from like capture and stuff like that, but he becomes a crime lord, and that's why in Solo at
Yeah.
the very end, spoiler alert, he comes out as the head honcho of the syndicate, the crime syndicate.
Dang,
Yeah.
dude.
So he's
No, that's
around.
This is
Syndicate,
so
The
cool.
Syndicate, I'm sorry,
The
yes.
Syndicate, yeah.
Yep. So
Everything full
So,
circle.
but, I mean,
yeah.
I think
it makes sense
I mean,
for sure.
If
though.
we're gonna jump into speculation land real quick, so I'll
Mm-hmm.
just put my toe in the water, and I'll just say that I think because he knows he can't rival Palpatine, I think just by like, just straight up like knowledge of the Force or even lightsaber skill or anything like that. So I
Mhm.
think he's the kind of just like compensating for being like, all right, well I'll be my own crime lord, and maybe he has enough people. I mean, you probably sent like 20 Mandalorians. I don't think any Jedi or Sith can stop 20 Mandalorians at one time. Maybe they could. I don't know. But
Not
I think
one
that's
Jedi,
like his
not one Jedi.
Not one Jedi.
Mm-mm.
But I'm like, maybe he's just trying to find a way to still rival, Palpatine and the Empire to a degree.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
he's
his
kind of
plan
like
was.
in the middle. Like
Mhm.
I won't say he's not light side, but he's not dark side. But he hates the dark side. But then he also hates Obi-Wan Kenobi because that's like his main
Yeah,
motivating
he
factor.
hates him.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, in the Clone Wars, he comes back. He's like enraged with like some crazy cynical mind. Like he just says, Kenobi. Like he just goes crazy.
Well, he cut him in half.
Yeah, well, he's the reason why he failed.
Yeah.
That's why Palpatine was like left him for dead there. But whatever, yeah.
That's true. So that's cool, man. I'm excited to see that.
So we're looking forward to the announcement. D23 is next week. It's Disney's expo for all content, like Marvel and a bunch of stuff. So we're gonna hear some news from Star Wars and from Marvel, and from other stuff too.
So that's the reason why Darth Maul's character could kind of really cross over between all three of them, because he
for sure
definitely ties into all series.
Most definitely.
And then he also tried to take over. Is it Mandalore, the actual planet? Right, he tried to take over the Mandalorian. Well, he does. Yeah,
he did.
Do you guys think that we'll hear anything about Snoke in these series, like because of how old he was, you know? And that's the first time we hear about him in Last Jedi. Oh, no, I'm sorry, in Awaken.
I have a hard time understanding where Snoke comes into play during the original trilogies.
Anything
because he says,
"I've seen the Empire, the rise of the
Empire, and the fall of it." So he's been around since the Galactic, since
Ishmael's not the only nerd, guys. I'm just kidding.
So for them not to like, I would think they would probably mention him, right?
It's possible. We don't have no
honcho around that time. So
that is true.
So there's a lot of speculation.
He could be in the dark or the
Wow, there's so much on Star Wars, you guys.
I
know we went a little longer than we usually do on a subject. But
how can you not? It's Star Wars.
I know. I haven't talked to. I don't know if you guys know this, but we haven't talked about Star Wars on the show. So that's a lot of restraint from my end. You're welcome.
So now we have a reason. It's permissible.
Yeah, it's permissible. So
I'm just excited to see actual actors come in and reprising these roles in TV shows. And it's like you said, it's like the small screen is now the big screen, because it's like, think about it. Think about the money you can make playing the role of that character on a one-off movie. That's cool. But guess what? How about like tripling that money doing a whole series? And who would not rather want to see a series? Like
episode.
I'd rather see a freaking whole series of Kenobi than a one-off movie. Heck yeah, dude.
Yep.
So give me more Kenobi, or more Ewan McGregor.
Yeah. All right. So the next and final hot topic is Mortal Kombat reboot in the works, and it's tapping into Power Rangers actor Ludi Lin to play Liu Kang.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember who Ludi Lin is, but
I do.
He's the Black Ranger in Power Rangers. So what are your thoughts?
Okay. Well, so look, you guys, Mortal Kombat, right? For me, that movie is, it's a cult classic. There's a lot of people that think that it wasn't very good, and the quality of the movie, and maybe even the plot. So it didn't do the greatest in as critics concerned.
For the 90s?
But
for the 90s, though,
come on.
Yeah, for the 90s.
It was better than Batman.
Believe it or not, right? Believe it or not, I am. And so I remember the guy that played Raven. His name is Lambert. Something like Albert Lambert. He played Raiden in Mortal Kombat, and he was probably the guy that was the head of that movie.
Yeah.
And he did such a great job. And so I'm looking at this movie hoping that they get someone as great as him for Raiden. Even though it looks like they're going to be concentrating on the character, and that's a young man that plays the Black Ranger. He's going to be playing Liu Kang. He's also another really big character that the movie Mortal Kombat kind of surrounds. He's actually the protagonist. Actually, he's like the main guy. But Raiden did such a great job that every time I think of that movie, it's just I think of him.
He's a good character.
Yeah, man, it was just so great. I think the movie is going to do great if they keep it very, very much alike. They have to keep the song.
They have to.
They have to keep that song. If they mess with that song, love it. Don't change it. Maybe better it, but don't change it. But those are my thoughts.
Okay, so how much time do I get for this topic?
Go ahead.
So I'm that guy, right? I'm a gamer. I'm a nerd, whatever. You know, even if friends that know me that are watching this, you probably don't know this. So I am that guy that would literally at home, or even, well, not at work because I can't watch my phone, but at home, I'm the guy who watches the entire story of like the newest game that came out. So it's over like 3 or 4 hours, dude, like the actual story. So where we're at in the actual story right now in the video game, Mortal Kombat 11, right? Where we're at is that basically Liu Kang and Katana are in a place to where they completely restarted time. So the movie ends because they're fighting. The main protagonist is like Krona. So she's like, you know, the goddess of time.
Yeah.
So basically, Raiden tells them, hey, it's on you guys now to rewrite all the history. So basically saying, like, he basically said without saying, like, you could either keep certain characters, basically, or these characters never existed. So I'm wondering if, like, in the movie, they're going to play along to that to a degree, or maybe not, but I don't see it. Like, there shouldn't be, I don't think there would be that much backlash, especially from the fans that know that's where the story's at right now, like in the game. Like,
I don't think there has to be
it,
continuity with the old one.
There doesn't. But I mean, I don't know, like, too much of the details, but, you know, I'm just super excited, man, because it was great for what it was in the 90s. I loved it. That's why I became a raver. I'm just kidding. Imagine.
Raver?
Right there in the Shaolin Temple with just beads and light up beads. I'm just joking, guys. I would love to visit some of the sets. That'd be cool. Yeah. But yeah, so you know, I'm super excited for it because who knows what they're gonna do with it, and what they're doing now with action movies, Marvel movies, DC movies, everything's just so great from a nerd's perspective, and they're really delivering to us in a great way.
Nerds, man.
Yeah, it's really a good time. So I think it's a great time to do it. If you haven't, shameless plug, but if you haven't watched the reboot TV series of this on YouTube, so good, dude. Really? It's really good. Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat has like a, it's like they're both 2 seasons only.
I think you have told me about it,
man,
actually.
it's so good. So if you guys, you know, want some more, like, you know, live action Mortal Kombat or even Street Fighter, they're really good YouTube series, man. They're really good. About them, believe it or not. So
maybe we could show them the link.
Description. Yeah, we could put like the link in the description. Cool. It's especially if you have YouTube TV, it's you'll definitely be able to watch it.
Cool. Do you guys know who's producing this?
I don't.
It's James Wan.
Oh, the guy that made all the Conjuring movies.
Well, Aquaman too.
And Aquaman too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, okay, man. Then I'm excited. Because Mortal Kombat is dark. DC is known to be a little dark. So Mortal Kombat is super dark. So right now he's probably going to like have a field day with his...
Did you play a lot of Mortal Kombat? Or did you guys
I sucked at the game. I'm horrible at fighting games. I'm like super horrible.
I have to say this. I'm so much that guy when it comes to like games and like Mortal Kombat and stuff. I really do love Mortal Kombat. So... I'm the guy who like misses the soundtrack for like Mortal Kombat Ultimate 3. So I think it was like literally like a month ago. I was bored at work and I was like, I'm tired of listening to the same music. So I literally listened to Mortal Kombat Ultimate 3's video game soundtrack. And I was like, I remember this level, dude. I didn't even have to look at my phone.
Level of,
that's like true nerdism. Sorry, Ish. It's your turn.
That's great. Dude. No, that's great. All right, guys. Yeah. Let's go ahead and finish up the show with the last segment. And that is our Cinneniversary segment. Yes, this is a brand new segment.
Yeah. What do you mean you haven't seen it?
What do you mean you haven't seen The Matrix?
So, guys, we're basically going to do every movie that has an anniversary today, or
this week,
or this week, or this month, or this year. We're going to go ahead and review the movie that there's a lot of people that we have that haven't seen this movie, believe it or not, that I know that I'm like, oh my God, they haven't seen it. So the movie we're going to review tonight is The Matrix. You guys,
yeah,
and this movie has so much greatness in it. And then if you guys haven't seen it,
if you don't get that joke right there, you need it.
It's wow. But it's The Matrix. It came out, I believe, 20 years ago, so that would make it 1999.
No, is it really that old?
1999, yeah. It wasn't even a 2004. I guess,
we're that old.
We're old.
It's just okay.
Yeah. So anyway, but it all surrounds, a character played by Keanu Reeves, and he's
Neo
in The Matrix, and he's just a regular guy and finds out a lot about himself and about what's going on around his surroundings. And it's a great movie. But what do you think, Daniel? Do you remember The Matrix?
Of course, I remember The Matrix. That's why I'm like, it's surprising that it's that long ago. I feel like it was just like, a few years ago that I watched it for the first time.
Right.
In cinematography. No, I'm just kidding. And so it was such a great movie. Revolutionary, for sure. Like, revolutionary. Whether the spoofs that were done because of the things that they presented for the first time on screen, people try to copy. Remember, like, Scary Movie? Yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
Such, like, just so, like, such pioneering visionaries from the Wachowski brothers, man. Wow. They're just amazing. And really just, I think, it definitely springboarded Keanu Reeves from being great, like from Speed and everything else, Bill and Ted. I think that just like completely catapulted him into like the next echelon, and then now
he's like
because of that character, I think that's why he's so validated, like
Absolutely.
and was probably like handpicked. Like, of course, like this is the obvious pick to play John Wick. You know,
he was born
like,
to be Neo.
He really was born. Yeah. Although I would have loved to see, not to get too much off topic, but I would have loved to see Will Smith's version.
Yeah, he was supposed to be.
He was gonna be Neo, but that would have been great to see too, though. But yeah, I love this movie, man. It was futuristic. It was fantastic. Choreographed fighting, everything about it, just cinematically was just so revolutionizing and just different, man. Really set the tone of where to just take a movie next. Like, you know, after when it came out, it's like, okay, it's typical movies. I'm pretty sure there was like some, you know, unique ones every now and then, but this really was just like, what is this? Are we all taking drugs? Like, you know,
Red pill or the
great
blue
movie. Put it this way. The Matrix, if you haven't seen it, The Matrix is, or even if you have, you could probably just agree with this, is like the movie that like you could be at Walmart, or you can be like, you know, at your local Rent-A-Center or something, wherever you find yourself. Like, you know, if you're just passing by the TV section and that movie's on, you're like, oh man.
Yeah,
Every scene is so engaging.
Is amazing.
It's
From
memorable,
beginning, from beginning to end, you're just engaged. I mean, unless you really want to go to a super like review, but I don't even want to look for like slow parts. I thought it was just great from beginning to end, dude. I mean, what do you think, Ish? Looking back,
it's one of my favorite films of all time. I
Really?
think I have a sci-fi film like The Matrix up in that echelon of films. I think there's very few that have impacted film the way that did. I mean, I think Matrix opened up a Pandora box of like this outside thinking, outside writing action genre. You know what I mean? We have so many films like that. I even think like I look at like movies like Inception and some stuff like that, really outside the box, that really makes you think. Like, I think The Matrix was the daddy, to be honest with you. Like all these outside thinking films.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then like Keanu Reeves, like I remember seeing him Speed, and I was like, oh yeah, he's cool, whatever his name is, Bill and Ted or whatever. But when you said it great. I mean, it took him to like a whole different level, just validating him as a star, man. He's one of the best.
He is,
even though he has like very like limited limited acting range. Like he can't like be super dramatic or super, you know. Like even though comedy wise in the Netflix film that came out not too long ago, I forgot the name of that Netflix film. It's
with
about
the Asian girl, the two Asian couples. Yeah, on Netflix. Right.
So good. He was super funny. But man, this film what got me is the action effects of the film, and I say action because this is the first time that you really see like moving people in like a crazy frame rate and a different like angles, and it just took it to another level, man. So yeah. I mean, for me, The Matrix is one of those movies that I remember when I was a kid. I was like, wow, I was just so amazed about what filmmakers can do and their storytelling. Yeah, it's just amazing. The Chakowski brothers. I don't know how to pronounce their name really, but
how do you say their name?
Warkowski.
I mean, they were innovative with this storytelling. I always take the aspect of the spiritual side about The Matrix and how,
because it does have a spirituality to it.
It does, right? And the derivative of it that they make it is seeming like Neo is really Jesus,
right?
Yeah. And it's like if Jesus didn't know who he was until the end, he's starting to believe. You know, I mean, down to Lawrence Fishburne. I mean, Hugo Weaving, Carrie Moss. Obviously, Keanu Reeves. We have even the guy that played Tank that didn't come out on the other because
Latino, right?
Yeah, because he wanted more money, and that's why he didn't come out.
Why?
Killed off.
Yeah,
I wonder why he wasn't there.
It sucks, man. When
wasn't
people,
he killed off, right?
He wasn't killed off. He just wasn't mentioned after and Reloaded. Which was the
I think
one that was.
You know what? I think he was killed off because the scene where they're meeting up again with their family. and they say like, oh, it was the brother.
It was the wife.
On the second one?
The wife,
Right.
yeah.
On the
second one, yeah. When they go to Zion.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So I just remember him not doing a film because of money issues, because of the contract or whatever. But as far as the film is concerned, and the way that they just put it from the light and basically making it seem like the world we live in is just basically robotic and it's just a part of something. And then if you really want to know the real world, you'll take the red pill, and the red pill is going to show you this new
it was
world.
like the machines took over. And we're all pretty much enslaved by
pretty much Google took over and like started using people as batteries.
Yes.
And then Facebook is like Zion.
yeah.
No, I think
San Jose is Zion.
No, Facebook took over the world.
Silicon Valley.
And the Google facility is like Zion.
Yeah.
But you guys, as far as like even the deja vu element that they had in there and little nuances, all that comes from somewhere. All of that comes from their own life and whatever they think that their world is, and they implement it into this movie. So innovative. Keanu Reeves, oh my God, man, this guy can just do anything. And you're right, his range doesn't go that far. He doesn't say much, but he doesn't have to because he's just one of those actors that can say, whoa. Yes, I guess I'm back, and just be like,
that was actually a really good.
And we're just like, oh my God, this guy is just about to kill everybody, and that's the way that the Matrix makes you feel at the end.
Yeah,
it just when they tell him he's starting to believe and he stops those bullets, I'm just like, I'm losing my mind, guys.
Third acts ever, man.
It was just amazing. Matrix to me is going to be probably up there in my top 10 movies that I love of all time, and that's speaking very highly of it because it's hard to put.
One of my favorites too. But I don't know where it lands. I have to. We should do that. We should do like a list of like top 10 films for us, like on our personal list.
I think we should do that.
That'd be cool.
10 is good. Yeah.
10.
I can't less than that.
So with that said, you guys,
not even like in order. It just. If you guys want to do it,
that sounds good.
Hard to do.
That sounds good. I was actually, to be honest, I kind of had an idea. I just didn't know how to structure the idea.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, oh, maybe we should get like all these movies that we like.
Yeah.
But if we would have to rate it back in the day? If we would have to review it back in the day,
I was gonna say that. Well,
what would you review? What would you give it?
So, man. 5, dude. Like how?
How do you not? Yeah, dude. I was like, what are you thinking
5 red pills?
5 red pills.
5 red pills.
5 red pills. I was gonna say batteries, but yeah, that's probably better.
Yeah, I have
5 Lawrence Fishburne glasses.
Dude, I have
5 gaps. 5 gaps.
If I could give it more than 5, I would. It's just that amazing to me. Yeah, 5.
You know what? Screw it, man. I'm gonna give it 6.
Yeah, let's do it
because it broke the boundary of just just the structure of film.
But let's not get fooled. Will we still do the same review? Will we still rate it the way that we would if we would have seen it right out of the theater?
So this is the thing. It got an 8.7 in an IMDb.
Because there's people that
and like Tomato Meter has it at like a 85 or something like that.
Because believe it or not, now for us, it's begun a classic. We've now know it so well. But I'm wondering if we would have seen it right out of the theater, if we would have been the same way, and maybe would have seen a couple of things that would have been like, maybe this or that.
I think I would have been as what's the word? Just like blown away. But yes, adequate. I'm sorry, adequate is the word. As a reviewer, I would have been as adequate as I am now because I'm not a professional by no means, but. Being that adequate at it, I think I still would have been so wowed and enamored by its.
Me too.
Like,
I think so too.
Just ingenuity. It's like it was so just completely brand new. It was like, whoa. I think that would have been blinded and probably still would have given it a 5 stars.
Yeah, I would have given it a 5-star, not a 6.
Me too, dude.
I give it a 6.
Because I remember when Carrie Moss, the Trinity character, just goes up and does this and the
crane kick.
That blew my mind, man.
I was like the first time I've ever seen that in my life.
Yeah, 360.
And it blew my mind.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
before Avatar, after Blade Runner. Blade Runner was probably like the last movie that was probably really like cinematography.
I'm not a really big fan of Blade Runner.
It was
I watched it and I think it's a little bit overrated.
Yeah, I try to watch it too.
No. I'm so sorry. Not Blade Runner. The original Tron. Tron was like the last like.
Oh, I couldn't watch that either.
The old school one
that much. Yeah.
I watched the old school
Tron
when I was
after that.
When I was a
after
kid.
The Matrix.
Well, I'm talking about the old school Tron. It was like weird. Like it looked like.
It was definitely ahead of its time.
It was tough. It was ahead of its time as far as thinking went, but the execution of it was not great. Anyway.
Hey, but it doesn't make you feel old. 20 years, you guys, ago, The Matrix came out.
Still holds up.
And it
Still holds up.
Still holds up.
Heck yeah.
If it was released for like the first time, you put a bunch of millennials, like, you know, in a room that probably never heard of the
Blow
Matrix,
their little minds away.
And they'd be like, oh my God, this is how long has this movie been out? 20 years, bro.
Would you give me some acid, man?
Yeah. I think I took the red pill.
All right, guys. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes.
And hit the notification bell on this side or that side, one of those sides. And yeah, check out our Instagram page. We post a lot of things there on our story, just so you guys can keep entertained.
Definitely. Yeah.
I'm Anthony. You guys, thank you for watching. Comment, subscribe.
Yeah, let us know, man, down in the comment section how The Matrix impacted you. We definitely want to engage with you guys more.
Yeah.
So definitely let us know like what you felt when you walked out of there. Yeah, it's awesome.
What do you guys think about The Matrix?
Yeah,
Tell us.
What was
tell
your
us.
score?
Yeah. How many red pills do you give it? Or did you take the blue pill, you sissy? I can't take this.
I just take the bottle.
Tell us if you touched the mirror just like Neo. And I'm just kidding.
I wonder how many would take the blue pill instead of the red pill, knowing that.
The question is, what would you have done?
Yeah.
All right, guys. You have a good time.
And stay
movie-minded.